Welcome to another episode of Ecom Made Easy. And today is a little bit different because I'm going completely off script. I'm coming to you from the heart with a little bit about the time I almost failed. Because of course, this is the series where I give you a tip that you can apply to your e-commerce business to help you move it forward. No snake oil, no black hat, just solid, been there, done that advice. I'm Ben Leonard, and I built, scaled, and sold an international seven-figure e-commerce business. This is Ecom Made Easy. I nearly failed right at the start of my entrepreneurial, my e-commerce journey, if you want to call it that. Let me set the scene. It was early 2016. I was signed off work and I was unable to take part in my fitness hobbies because I had a heart problem. I'm fine now. I'm glad I had that heart problem because it was that heart problem that was the catalyst for me having my idea. I needed something to stay in touch with my fitness hobbies whilst I recovered. And I had the idea to improve upon the fitness equipment that I had. Specifically, the first product was a skipping rope, a jump rope, if you're in North America. And the brand was called Beast Gear, and the first product was a jump rope called the Beast Rope. And I had been tidying out my training gear, looking at the speed rope I'd been using for boxing and CrossFit, and I thought I could do a better job. And after going through the process to develop the product with the manufacturing partner that I had developed a relationship with, I got it on the boat and it was on its way. In the background, I'd figured out that I could become a third-party seller on Amazon in addition to selling to customers through my website, and I had some goals to sell directly into gyms across the UK where I am as well. But then something happened. I started to dig into Facebook groups, listen to podcasts, read blogs by so-called gurus, and read Reddit. And the narrative on there was all about using tools and hacks to find opportunities, hidden gems to make a bunch of money, selling on Amazon specifically. And I thought to myself, I haven't done this. I've just created a product to solve a problem and improve on something. But I haven't used any of these tools and I don't know about these hacks. Am I going to fail? Is my product going to tank? Is no one going to buy it? And I remember one of my favorite podcasts at the time was The Amazing Seller by Scott Volker. And I want to frame this, right? Scott Volker is a legend. I love the guy. Scott, we've never met. I have huge respect for you. And you were such an enthusiastic influence on me in the early days. So I'm not pigeonholing Scott into those gurus, because Scott has always been talking about brand and customer experience and those things. But the reason I bring him up is he had a really cool segment on his show where you could go to his blog and leave a voice message, and he would either play it or read it out in the air and then answer your questions. And I was in a panic and I left a message basically saying, I think I've ordered a dud. Now I'm looking at it and there's so much competition and all these other products have all these reviews and I don't think anyone's going to buy my product and I'm going to fail. What should I do? Right? Should I try and just drop the price right down, liquidate the inventory, get my money back and go back to my day job, right? And give this up. I forget now whether Scott ever read it out. But I'm so glad that I did that, because as it happened, it wasn't a dud. My gut feeling was right. You see, hacks and tools are not the way to go. There are some great tools out there, and they definitely have a place. In fact, I love them. I love the Helium 10 suite of tools, and I love the Jungle Scout suite of tools, and I love Smart Scout as well now. But I don't think that they are the starting point. I think they are part of the process of validation. I think the starting point still has to be creating high quality products that solve problems for a particular group of people and building a brand around that, of which Amazon is purely a sales channel, right? Tools and hacks to identify somewhere you can slot in to create a product that you're not passionate about necessarily isn't necessarily going to have any longevity or sustainability. To make a quick buck, that's not the way to go, because that's not the way to build a sustainable business that you can sell. And an exit needs to be the end game for all of this, in my opinion. So I love these tools. They have a position as part of the process. But in my opinion, the start of the process is your idea, your passion, your gut feeling. These tools give you early validation. And going back now, I probably would have used those tools had I known about them properly to validate my idea. And I think they would have backed me up because, of course, the idea did work. So that's what it's about, right? And then I used a scientific process, because my background is science, right? To test, tweak, and repeat. That's all it is. It's a hypothesis. You have a hypothesis. I can create a great product to solve a problem for these people. Let's test that hypothesis. See how the market reacts to it, which of course depends on your efforts to launch it properly, market it correctly, position it correctly, and then tweak and go again. So that's been a little bit of a ramble from the heart. Don't get discouraged by the narrative on the forums and from the gurus and from people trying to sell you clever things. Rather, concentrate on building a brand, follow the process, create high quality products that solve real problems, validate your theory with useful tools, but don't get too bogged down and paralyzed by analysis. Just start. Start small based on your gut feeling. Take calculated risks. Don't go placing enormous orders on something yet, and see where you go. I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe, and you can get more at www.benleonard.pro. Cheers. Ecom Made Easy is brought to you by Ecom Brokers. We sell your business for the best possible price, hassle-free. We've been there and done it on all sides. We've built, scaled, and sold our own 7-figure brands. We have over 20 years mergers and acquisitions experience, and we're expert e-commerce accountants. Visit ecombrokers.co.uk and let's find out what your business is worth.